So this is the last in the series we've been doing on idolatry. It is, that comes out of Exodus chapter 32. We'll be heading back to finish up the Exodus series. But we have been looking at these modern golden calves and different in the sense that we've said the things we are likely to let get out of place to become too important in our life are good things that we're trying to make great things. So we looked at self-esteem. We looked at money, specifically consumerism. We looked at sex. We looked at entertainment. Again, these are good things. And today, this week, we looked at patriotism, and in particular at America. Now, I didn't go full in on this because it's sort of just a complicated intersection of politics and the election and patriotism and all this. But read out of Mark chapter 12, which is a brilliant passage, very important passages in all three of the synoptics. And it's where Jesus is set up by the Pharisees and the Herodians. And the question is, do we pay this imperial tax? And it's just a trap. Jesus sees it as a trap, and he calls it out as a trap. But then he says, give me a denarius, which is a quarter. It's what they owe. It's a very minimal amount of money, but it's an insult because you're paying it to sort of make you acknowledge that Rome is in charge. And so he says, whose inscription is on this? And it's just loaded with irony because it's Tiberius, who claims to be the Son of God King and High Priest, which of course that's who Jesus is. And he goes, give to Tiberius what's Tiberius's, but give to me the things that I own. Because whose image, whose icon is on this coin? It's the icon, it's the image of Tiberius. But whose image do we bear? We bear the image of God. So give to God what God owns. Give to Tiberius what Tiberius owns. Lots of moving pieces here. I just tried to basically, in this sermon, I tried to surf over lots of political theory and conversations and to say, look, there's a lot of reasons to celebrate America. It's not perfect by any means. Lots of problems in the past especially, but the present certainly. So we're not trying to say America is perfect, but there's a lot of reasons to celebrate America. And patriotism generically can be a decent thing, better than self-love, to love your neighbor. That's basically who you're loving if you're a patriot. Love the people that live down the street. But it's not what we get called to. And Jesus is bringing a different kingdom. And he is calling for a revolution that is going to revolutionize revolutions, because he's turning the whole power structure that all the kingdoms of this world are after, right? The money, the power, the success, the recognition. He's turning all that upside down. And he does that for us. He turns everything upside down and suffers for us. So, very powerful passage. I ended by saying, don't be anxious. Right? Don't be anxious about this political moment. One of the best things you can do for your friends, your family, is to be the non-anxious presence if everybody else loses their mind. And whoever wins, your candidate or the other guy, it looks like it's going to be a guy, an old guy at this point. Whoever wins, you'll be disappointed. Right? The only person that has the ability to ultimately satisfy is God. It's Jesus. And so he is our king. That doesn't mean we can walk away from all this stuff, but it means we navigate it with love, not like the kingdoms of this world. Have a good study.